Alright, so we're back on the ranch with all the cars, and here is the F1 GTP that started leaking power steering fluid when we started working on the oil pressure sensor. We got two new hoses here. Here's the high pressure hose that we're going to put in. This does not have the variable power steering, or the hell it's called. So I got the right hose for this. I just got to make some room, pull this, take these mounts off, pull this in for a little bit just to get behind here. If you can see back down there, there's the hoses going into the rack. And I'm trying to get a good angle there, but they're there. It's just hard to see, but they go from there all the way around up to the pump, which is right there. So I've got to pull this more forward, jack it up, pull this wheel off to get access to this side, and hope I can get them off without any problems. They're kind of a pain in the ass, but we'll see how it goes. So let me get this car prepped and get this power steering situation fixed. Alright guys, so there's that line right there, the one close to the firewall. I can get closer or not, but it's right there, you can see it. That's the high side, the one that's that way. Gotta take it off. I loosened it from the bottom, and then I came from the top and just kind of spun it off. That was the easiest way I can do it. This one's already off from the pump itself, so I just gotta jack the car back up, pull this line out, put the new one in, hook it up, put the O-rings on it, and then if I'm feeling froggy, I'll do the low side too. So it doesn't look that bad anyway, but may as well just do it. Got them both anyway, so why not? Alright, well anyway, I'm not going to record down here because there's just no clearance really. But basically, jack the car up, loosen that in. So, go from there guys. I always use jack stands too, which is right there. That's how the car lowered right now, but when I bring it back up, I'm going to jack stand back under, it's going to crawl back under and get that hose out. Things are all wrapped around, all kind of stuff over here. Gotta make sure I watch how it goes in, because I gotta. Okay. Alright, there's that one out. Alright, so I got that hose out. I can't really see where it's leaking from, but it's all saturated here, and especially around here. So it might have been behind here is leaking. I have to cut that off to see, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to get the other hose to make sure it's the same hose, because like I said, there's 200 kinds for this car. But this looks good. This is not the same. Wait. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the same thing. There you go. So there you go. New hose, old hose. I got, let's see, O-ring is still on this side, and it's still on this side. This is good, so I don't gotta worry about pulling them out. So I gotta put these O-rings on and get this hose installed. And I don't know, it might be a good time to do a low side now. I'm kind of lazy. I'm just looking, but the low side's right there. And the low side's wet but not leaking like the other side is. Because I don't see it leaking anywhere. But if I have it off, maybe I'll do it, right? So let me go get the other hose then. So here's the low side right here. It's not too bad, not too complicated. It's got O-rings as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably pull that one out and install it as well. Get it out of the way. Alright, so low side is right here. Which, if I can get a wrench, I want to be nice. These are always in tight spots too, man. Oh, okay, let's see. Oh shit. Well, that came right off. That's good. So I gotta turn some more though. Unless it just came off and the wrench slipped. Nah, it's loose. That's good. It's just gonna be tight from down here, so I go up top side and turn it, and then pull it off. And get it out of here. You gotta take this off, that off. Some clips to get this off, but got that one there. You got a harness clip to this damn thing. So I gotta get off of here too. Okay. Now, what's this? Hold on, this is that piece there. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go top and try to loosen it from the top side there. Alright, so we got the low side out. As you can see, it's pretty bad looking too. So it's a good thing I did buy this. This is a cut to fit setup. Which ain't a big deal. New rig as well. To take that out, you gotta push them cooler lines up through the top through here, because you can't go through the bottom. You gotta kind of twist them, pull them up, and then pull straight out, and then put them back in the same way. So putting it back in is gonna be a little fun. There's all that oil down there, power steering fluid, but that's okay. So I'm gonna wrestle this bad boy in there and get this hooked up first, and then do the high side. All right, so after putting it in and taking it back out and over and over again, come to the conclusion this piece right here is too long, and you can see the bends in are totally different too. See the difference there? So what I'm going to do is take these hoses off, keep this stuff, and rebuild it with Gates hose, and not just any hose. This is their fuel line, multi-layered hose, super strong stuff. So I'm going to replace this cheap crap with this, and reinstall it. And hopefully the high side, which the high side looks completely fine though. The high side looks normal at least. Yeah, see the high side looks good on both ends. Except for there, that bends a little different, so I'm going to have to make that bend happen. Other than that, it's the same, so that might be a problem. We'll see. I'll pull up it on there and I'll bend as I go. But this one I have to redo. I'm not going to keep wrestling this same thing. So I'll always return that hose. Let me get to it. Alright, so you got the hose that goes on the pump return replaced right here. What I'm going to do now is grind this down to break this off. And then just twist. These you just pinch and twist and they come off anyway. And then that hose is right here. That's this piece right here. So go ahead and get that off and go from there. So I'm gonna get a grinder here, pinch these off, and kind of go from there. So I'll try and show it, but I don't know. I'll be able to. Yeah, this is not an easy one to get out, but that part's off. Now it's just this piece here. It's getting there, it's just really hard. These clamps. There it is. That's it. She's off. Clean with some brake clean. And put this new hose in. Alright, put it side by side real quick just so I can get my angles right. So this goes like that. Put two hose clamps on here. And then slap it on this thing. There we go. And then just get the angle right to match this one, which is that's pretty damn close right there, honestly. So I'm gonna tighten these down, tighten these two down, and that's it. And then just reinstall this one. This is the old one. Put a new O-ring on this, and this one's gonna get returned to the store because I can't use it. So there you go. Now the low pressure side's been rebuilt, which is actually built better than the one I bought. This ain't gonna go bad anytime soon. These hoses are really, really good. Let me get it all tightened up. I'm gonna show that in video because there's no point. Tighten up and put back in the car. Hopefully this thing lines up now. Alright, so it's all rebuilt. Now it's to get it back inside there and all bolted up. So it's gonna go like this kind of. Just goes over there. It goes like in that shape. So it bolts up to the cradle. This side snaps into the clip, and this snaps into the clip. That's how it's holding. And this goes right to the pump, to the reservoir. That's pretty much it. So let me try and wrestle it back in here, and I'll get back on this filming when I get this done. All right, after lots of hours in cussing, here's the new power steering line installed. I had to top off the reservoir, which is right there. You can just pour it right between these hoses. There's the new lines down there, all connected. And then let me show underneath real quick. I sprayed some brake clean to clean everything up, but there's the new lines. There's a rebuilt line and the other metal line that was a kind of a bitch to put in, but had a bent a little bit, but it's there. Nice and installed, as you can see. So what I'm gonna do now is top this off and top this off and put some load on it after I get the air out and see if it leaks anymore. It shouldn't leak at all. If it does leak, it's a power steering rack or the pump, one or the other. But I doubt it's the pump because the pump wasn't wet before. So if it's not the hose, it's a rack. But the hoses are pretty bad. They're known for leaking. So anyway, yeah. So let me get this done on this car and just fill it up, top it off, bleed it out, take it for a test drive, see what happens. Alright, so right now we're bleeding the system out. I turn the wheel back and forth a few times. If you look in there, you can see a little white foam. Let's see if I can get down there. The white foam is the air coming out of the system. Once all the air is out, it'll be nice and clear again. So while it's, you know, pumping through the system, getting all that air pumped out, I'm basically just turning the wheel back and forth, and you can hear it. You can still hear it whine a little bit, but it won't stop whining until them air bubbles are gone, which is going to be a little bit. And all this is pumped through the system, so it's going to be a little while until it's done. But right now, I'm going to check it for leaks. So what I'm going to do is put the tire back on, put it on the ground so I can turn the wheel on the ground, and make sure nothing's leaking. Now, all this is brake clean, you see, and brake clean fluid that is filled, but I'm looking for new leaks right now, which I don't see at the moment. So I'm going to hit the lines here of brake clean real quick. To get them cleaned up. And let that dry, and I'll come back and check that later. But it should be okay though. I don't think it's going to leak. But it's always good to check. But 300,000 miles sounds nice, don't it? Alright. Get that tire back on and get it on the ground. And play it for a little bit. Alright, so I moved the car a bit just to get on the dry spot, just to double check everything. And everything seems really fine right now. Nothing's leaking. I'm going to let that fluid settle, get the air bubbles to pop a little bit, turn back on, and gradually get that air out. And go from there. So let me clean this mess up out here. But anyway, this ain't a how-to video, so it's just me doing work. If you enjoy the video, you know what to do. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, hit us up in Discord. That's where I'm most active at. If you want to join the Facebook, links below this video. Anyway, thanks for watching.